What's up guys, welcome back to our channel. So currently we are in Bangalore and हम यहाँ पे 4 नाइट के स्टे के लिए आए हैं. So आज के वीडियो में particularly we are going to explore some of the best cafes in Bangalore. So we are staying in this area called Koramangala and we have also made a room tour video of the property that we are staying in. So do check it out on our second channel Anagha Vlogs. And so आज के जो भी कैफ़ेज़ होने वाले हैं they are going to be in and around Koramangala. So we decided to roam around Koramangala by an auto, and first up we visited this place called Medley Cafe. It's a quaint little place with a beautiful and simple ambience. All the addresses are shared in the description, so do check them out. The whole place looks very natural and colorful. Perfect to grab some coffee and do some brainstorming. Overall, we loved the fresh vibe of this place and we had come here to have breakfast. So we opted for the big breakfast from their menu, which was like a platter filled with many items. It looked very wholesome and hearty. First up, I tasted the bean gravy and it was so flavorful with a lovely tangy and sweet flavor of tomatoes, and the beans were cooked perfectly. Next up, I took a bite of those chicken sausages which were sauteed in some butter. The chicken was cooked perfectly and it had a mild buttery flavor. The big breakfast platter also included a choice of beverage, 2 slices of toasted breads, mashed potatoes, roasted mushrooms, and eggs made in a particular style. So you can have either an omelette, scrambled eggs, sunny side up, poached eggs, or the masala scrambled eggs, which is what we went for. This was actually like a complete protein-packed breakfast. We shared it between the two of us and we were full. The beverages had an option of tea, coffee or fresh fruit juice, out of which we selected the coffee. We requested them for the heart-shaped froth and they happily did it. So the coffee was great as well. So this place was a great start for us to do the cafe hopping tour in Bangalore. The place has both outdoor and indoor seating area and it's on 2 floors, so there is ample amount of seating space. Next up, we walked for a couple of minutes and reached this area called Jyoti Nivas Road, where there are a lot of cafes and restaurants. So guys, currently we are at Jyoti Nivas Road और यहाँ पे काफ़ी सारे restaurants, cafes, pubs हैं. तो अभी हम लोग इस area में कुछ cafes देखेंगे. So this area is filled with colorful food stalls and aesthetic cafes. There are many pubs as well that get livelier after evening. So next up, we went to another aesthetic and cutesy cafe called the Gully Coffee Roasters. It has both indoor and outdoor seating and we chose the outdoor ones and the vibe was simply refreshing and calming. Cafes like these are also a great place to work. By the time our order was arriving, we were discussing what next places to cover in the cafe hopping tour. So here we had ordered Tex-Mex nachos and they looked lovely. They were priced at Rs 210 and the quantity was fine with respect to the prices. This one was the vegetarian version, otherwise they also have chicken Tex-Mex nachos. The nachos were loaded with a lot of sauces like the sour cream, the salsa and some coriander. Overall, they were very refreshing, tangy, sweet and texture wise they were fresh and crispy. There was a lot of salsa, so it was overpowering the entire nachos, and we would have loved some more beans in here, and also we would have loved some guacamole, but according to the price what they served was really good. What we loved the most about the nachos were they were wafer thin and very crispy. Next up, we walked for a couple of minutes on the same street and decided to visit a popular cafe named Truffles. They have branches at other locations in Bengaluru, but we visited the Koramangala one. This place has a huge seating area that can accommodate a large number of people at a time. And overall the place had a very friendly vibe. It looked like a very thoughtfully designed place. So here we had ordered a vegetarian lasagna that was served so beautifully, and it was priced at rupees 300. The layers of pasta sheets were generously loaded with vegetables and cheese and the marinara sauce, and they also served 2 garlic breads along with it. The lasagna stuffing was very flavorful and juicy, and overall the pasta sheets were cooked perfectly. Although the waiting time was a bit more, the food delivered was really of great quality. The bakery section of the cafe consisted of a lot of pastries, cakes and other baked goodies. So we had the lasagna for lunch, and now we were looking for a dessert, for which we traveled to another place which is very popular for its desserts. So the place was none other than New York's Magnolia bakery, which is also now in Bengaluru. यहाँ पे हमने लिया the most viral Instagram dessert, which is the Tres Leches cake. This was on our food bucket list since a long time, and finally we had it here at Magnolia. We were actually looking for a smaller quantity, but they only had this particular quantity of the Tres Leches. This one is the classic one, while they also had saffron flavor. The look of the cake had already won our love, but then we took a bite and fell in love with it even more. This is one of the best desserts that we have ever tasted. The soft, fluffy and spongy cake was beautifully dipped in the milk syrup, flavored milk syrup, and overall it was topped with some cream and a small blueberry. Overall the taste and texture were divine. The flavor of the milk syrup was so refreshing, and it was complementing so well with the spongy cake. So Magnolia Bakery also had other amazing desserts, ice creams, cookies, cheesecakes, and we'll definitely try some more when we visit some other time. Each of the desserts looked so beautifully and lovingly made. By the way, the price of the Tres Leches was $460 including taxes. Quite an expensive dessert, but completely worth the price. Overall, the ambience of the bakery is also very aesthetic, with pastel walls and perfect natural lighting.
Very expensive. Absolutely delicious और काफी smooth और फ्लेवरफुल था. but definitely sponsored by Anagha to me. मजा आया.
After this, we took some rest in our hotel room in the afternoon and headed out in the evening for dinner. So we came to the same area, Jyoti Nivas Road, and we headed to a place called Marco Polo Cafe. And now you can see how this place gets lit up late evening. The pubs and cafes become livelier. So the ambience of Marco Polo Cafe was superb, and you can enjoy amazing live music here. We had come here a bit early and also it was a Monday, so it wasn't much crowded, but the ambience is very beautifully decorated. And you can definitely come here with your friends and family to spend some good time. We were mainly looking for some Asian food, and this particular cafe had Asian food in their menu. So we had ordered some Bhutanese style momos along with some crispy fried fish chili, both of which were for 250 rupees. And after that we had also ordered egg Thai fried rice, which was for 180 rupees. Overall the starters were great. The fish chili had a beautiful spicy and crispy covering, and the fish inside was cooked perfectly. It was basa fish as usual and it tasted great. The quantity of the dishes was great according to the prices, and the fish chili had a lovely flavor of garlic, chilies, onions, bell peppers and spring onions. Next up, we also had their Bhutanese style momos. So what makes these momos different from the normal ones are, firstly they are deep fried and then sauteed with some chili sauces, and they also include some wine. So in a plate we had 6 pieces of momos and their size was generous. Overall these momos were served piping hot. They were very spicy and had a strong flavor of wine. Nevertheless, they tasted great, but to cool down the spices, we opted for a Thai egg fried rice. It looked very similar to Szechuan fried rice and it was topped with an omelette, but flavor wise, it had a beautiful aroma of lemongrass. Overall the food here was great, and this was the last meal of our cafe hopping tour. So this was the outdoor vibe on a Monday, so you can imagine how lively or crowded this place will get on weekends. That was all about the best cafes in Bangalore.
काफ़ी मज़ा आया, बहुत ही यूनिक कैफ़ेज हमें एक्सप्लोर करने को मिले, और जब भी आपको यहाँ पे कैफ़ेज में जाने का मन करे डेफिनेटली हमारा वीडियो चेक करना। और बस दैट्स इट, अभी निकलते हैं, अगले वीडियो में मिलेंगे, तब तक के लिए ऐसा ही प्यार बरकरार रखना।
So if you loved this video, then do not forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell notification, and we will see you in another food vlog. Goodbye.